So, Dr. English, would you just introduce yourself?
Sure, my name is Mike English. I am the President and CEO of the Missouri Council on Economic Education and also a visiting professor of economics here at University of Missouri, Kansas City. Our organization is a nonprofit and we promote economic and financial education in K-12 schools.
Now, you're also working with Missouri Virtual School?
That's right. Missouri Virtual Instruction Program is a state-level institution that runs virtual classes for K through 12 schools.
Now, one of the things I remember in the early days in working with you was that you'd taken some time to go through and kind of vet out the course and actually looked at the standards that were being addressed. So can you talk a little bit about best practices in looking at standards and balancing that with also the engagement side of it? You know, do you have to throw away standards to get engagement, I guess is what I'm asking.
That's a great question, yeah. And the way standards work in personal finance is probably similar to a lot of subject areas. And so you have kind of national standards that are sort of the best practices for that subject area. But then at the state level, you know, we're a local control country with regards to education. So in many states, that decision about what is supposed to be taught is made at the state level, and that's what happens here in Missouri with personal finance. Our state adopted competencies that they wanted teachers to guide their course with, and fortunately, the state basically just mimicked or mirrored the national level standards, and so the teachers that are teaching this course, the first thing they want to know is, does this ensure that at the end of the course my students will have mastered all of these competencies that my principal or my superintendent wants to make sure that we teach? And so I went through and basically made sure that the course did that, and it really did hit. And you know, there are dozens of these competencies, and it hit I think all but one. And so that's better than most textbooks even, because with this course it really has a lot of content that teachers are supposed to cover, which is one of the reasons it becomes challenging for the teacher to keep the student engaged using any curriculum, because when you're supposed to cover so much material, it makes it very difficult to deviate from sort of the syllabus or the plan to mix things up. And so with this course, I think one of the best practices is to find ways to meet all of those standards or competencies very efficiently, and then once you do that, you can add more, really more fun to the course, which is, I think, really essential